Welcome to the Kameron Show. I'm your friend, Kameron Tyler. I'm so happy you're here today. We're here early this week on a Wednesday because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, which we are celebrating with one of my favorite people in the whole entire universe, one of my oldest, dearest friends, Varinia A. Rodriguez. Winters Rodriguez.
Winters Rodriguez.
See, it's so hard when your friends get married and you just don't know what to call them anymore.
That's
I
true.
actually have run into this with a few friends on the podcast where sometimes I just say their last name that I know them from before.
Yeah.
Like I did that with Mackenzie when she was here. I kept wanting to call her Mackenzie Martin.
Yeah.
Her name's... And you hyphenated.
I hyphenated. Not legally, though. Just socially.
Socially.
Yeah.
What is it on the books?
It's still just without Winters on my books.
Right, because I remember when I wrote the blurb.
Yeah, it's Winters Rodriguez for ice, though. Fuck them.
Yeah.
But still.
It's under Winters. Okay, look. I think our friends at home got a little bit of an idea of who you are.
Yeah.
If you had to more formally introduce yourself, besides hiding from Ice, she's not really hiding from Ice. If Ice is watching this, leave her alone.
Because I'm going to get you.
Yeah, she's coming for you, actually.
Yeah, actually.
How would you introduce yourself to a new friend in 10 words or less, Varinia?
10 words or less. Big tittied goth girl is what.
That's 4.
That's 4.
You get 6 more.
That's a poet and creative worker. I don't know.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Big tittied goth girl. That's a poet and creative worker. I mean, honestly, it does kind of encapsulate a lot, a whole lot.
It covers a lot of spectrums, that's for sure.
And, you know, I really appreciate the big titty first person language.
Yeah, I think that we, as big tittied goth girls, should go around embracing our big tits and goth aesthetics.
This is probably not the Thanksgiving episode y'all thought it was, but it is going to be ironically wholesome in a little bit. But to just talk a little bit more about who's with us today. Varinia is someone that I became friends with in high school. And so we've been friends for over 15 years. And throughout that time, we have both lived many lives. Like me, Varinia is a writer. And actually, if you have a copy of my book, A Mural in Space, a gay boy's memoir, which hopefully you do,
I do.
you will notice that on the back, Varinia wrote the blurb to my book. Now, Varinia's book is called A Jellyfish Dream, her first book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually coming out again, right?
It's being reprinted, and it should be out now because it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. And
Ooh.
I have a whole brand new cover that I actually like watercolored. So it's like me with blue hair, which now I don't have blue hair. It's like an end of an era, a 10-year era.
Yeah, she is debuting new hair for us today, by the way.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like me with blue hair looking up at all these like jellyfish floating above me. And
Yep.
It was like a concept of a new cover between me and Bryce, the proprietor. I don't know what the language is for the
He runs the printing house.
Yes, exactly. So it's South Broadway Press, which used to be Punch Drunk Press and South Broadway Ghost Society. There were different presses that he ran, and he was like, let's merge them.
Ooh.
And with this merge, he was like, hey, would you like a re-release of your book with like a different cover? And I was like, yeah.
And it is so gorgeous.
It is. It's really, really cute.
Yes.
And I originally published the book in 2018. So
wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a whole different person looking back on that book.
Yeah. And I love the book. I remember when it first came out, I went to a reading that you did.
Where I wore a white wedding dress that I found at a thrift store. It was like
That's
all
right.
white lace, like modern bohemian.
Yep.
Yeah, I found that at a thrift store with my mom, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get married. Maybe I might wear this, but I just want to have it. And my mom was like, do it.
And that is an example of how much has changed since you wrote this book.
Yeah, because I got married and wore black, so I didn't even wear it to my wedding.
Exactly.
And my mom's dead. Spoiler alert.
That is something that has occurred since the book was written. Yes.
It was going to come up later.
It was going to come up anyway. Let's get it out of the way. Rip the Band-Aid off. It's better that you all know Varinia's mom is dead.
Yeah, so is my dad.
And so is her dad. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Before we move on, I do want to say, if you like poetry, get yourself a copy of A Jellyfish Dream. I actually got to write the blurb for your book for the re-release.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read a blurb of the blurb that I wrote for the girl who blurbed my book. It's so much blurbing going on.
I totally forgot that I blurbed your book, and I was like, oh, yeah, I did blurb your book.
You blurbed my book. I blurbed your book. So here's a blurb from that blurb. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Written in her early 20s, these poems wrestle with the turbulence of desire, the burn of heartbreak, and the blazing strength found in learning to love oneself. Transformation here is not quiet. It is electric and undeniable. A reclaiming of power and voice. Standout pieces like The Palm Reader and Fire Breather, which is, of course, are my favorites, showcase Rodriguez's ability to channel both vulnerability and force, turning youthful turmoil into timeless insights. We love to see it.
God. Yeah.
It is a book, I mean, especially if you're in your early 20s or you know someone in their early 20s or you remember your early 20s, the poetry in that book is like a time capsule of that like feeling and that era.
Yeah, and I've definitely gone through so many different changes since I've written that, and where like I've looked back on it and I was like, this is like my greatest work, this is amazing. I've gone back and looked at it and been like, oh my God, I can't believe I revealed so much about who I am. That's so cringy that I was like that, to like going back now and just like really embracing all of that I learned and like having like a really sweet spot for like who I was in my early 20s.
See, and you were brave for doing that in the midst of your early 20s, because I think that if I had written my book then, I would have been overcome with anxiety. I had to wait till I was in my 30s to even reflect on my 20s, and you did it in real time.
Yeah, I actually like so many people were like, you should compile a book, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then like I went through this breakup. And I was just like looking back at all of my poetry, writing poetry, and I just put in like sticky notes, like the poems and what each poem was about. And then I started like rearranging them and then going back to old poetry and just like slashing and burning shit and moving things around. And then it became kind of like, I almost like to say that it's like a fairy tale for punk rock girls that like never thought that they would get a fairy tale.
And this is big titty goth girl, punk girl representation in action.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Thank you.
That's amazing. So everyone get your copy of A Jellyfish Dream by Varinia Rodriguez is the author name on that book. All right. So it is the day before Thanksgiving. I'm so happy you're here because we have to go on a Thanksgiving journey today.
Yeah.
But before we go on the Thanksgiving journey, one more thing. Varinia is one of the people I trust most in this world. And when it comes to my show, I am very picky about who gets to do what. But for Varinia coming onto the show, I knew one thing that we had to do is I had to ask Varinia to refill the Sip Saver spill jars because we're running a little bit low since the last time that my cousin Zach added questions. This is great because this is the first time questions are going to be going in these jars because she brought us some new questions today. I have no idea what these questions are. So, Varinia, can you please add to the Sip Saver spill jars?
I will.
And that way the new questions are in there later when we play. But the thing is, we can't play until we go on our Thanksgiving journey.
That's true. So I will say some of these questions are wholesome. Some will take you to a place of like real introspection, and some might be a little unhinged.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love that. That's what I'm here for. And you know what?
Which one?
Okay, so this is Sip.
A sip.
So the Sip questions can go in there.
Okay. I had like them color coded, but they got a little mixed up.
Oh, okay.
If you want to continue talking about something else until I arrange these, that's great.
This is her ADHD brain in action.
I like to organize things.
Yeah, she does have them in different colors, but she needs to sort them now.
Yeah. And then the way that you'll be able to determine if it's my question is it written in gel pen? Were you a little bit perturbed by the question?
She famously loves gel pens.
I do. I am like in an era where I'm embracing all the things that I liked as a little kid. And like
I love that.
really liked gel pens. I really liked animal print. It was like really weird because when I was like in the 5th grade, I would like constantly wear animal print. Like leopard print, like I had a leopard print backpack, leopard print everything.
You know what? That's so funny because I associate you with leopard print.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we graduated from high school, I like wrote, do you remember I wrote a story called 10 Years Later?
Yes!
And I like predicted where everyone was going to be in 10 years. And you were like married to a rich old man who was on the verge of death. And you were riding around in a limo in cheetah print. And you were like picking us all up for like cocktails.
I was like this all the time.
Yeah, which is so funny because in reality, 10 years out from high school, which now sick enough was like 6 years ago, that is not what you were doing.
No. No.
All right. So she has put in the new questions to Sip, Savor, Spill. I cannot wait to play Sip, Savor, Spill. But before we do, we have to go on our journey. And before we go on our journey, I have to make sure, what else did you bring? Did I miss anything?
Oh, yes. We did miss Dia de los Muertos, and I know that you have a loved one, Güero, that has passed.
Yes.
And so I brought you a little marigold. It's fake, because marigolds are pungent. But just a little something to put to like remember him. And then I have
Thank you.
2 marigolds for myself, for my mom and dad, because I do have some dark humor, and I do crack some jokes about them having passed, but, you know, I still love them. I honor them.
Of course. We honor. Okay, I love that.
I've been working on and could not complete the embroidery of your book. And so I just wanted to tease it.
Oh my God. She's working on embroidering this bag for me. And if you know the cover of my book, A Mural in Space, a Gay Boy's Memoir, which you probably have your copy, that's amazing. She is a creative worker, as she put it. I was hoping she was going to say creative queen, a creative worker.
Oh, yeah, queen. Yeah. If we could just change that to queen instead of worker.
Yeah, but she is a creative queen, and she's working on this as a gift to me, which I am obsessed with. It was going to be a birthday gift. Here we are in November. My birthday is famously in July.
Okay, listen.
But you know what? I have learned, don't put a timestamp on it. It's the quality, not the quantity. And
it's about the workmanship, yeah.
This is beautiful. I cannot wait. And when it's done, I'll bring it back and I'll show everyone. We'll post onto the Instagram.
Hopefully before 2026 is over.
Hopefully. Oh, I just dropped the needle. And it's like by my butt. So if I scream at some point during this interview, that's probably... Oh, no, I found it. Okay, great.
Nicholas has famously sat on one of my needles before.
Oh, God. Okay. Well,
That's
great.
my husband.
That's great. What else? Anything else?
I brought cupcakes.
Oh, there's cupcakes. So if we get hungry on our journey, we can have a cupcake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everyone, since tomorrow is Thanksgiving, what we're going to do today is we're going to play a little game. I created this morning, actually. And you know what? It's on our Instagram page. So if you go to Instagram at Kameron Show Pod, you too can play Kameron's cute little Thanksgiving Grati-Tour. That's gratitude and tour put together because I'm a creative queen as well. So are you ready to go on a Grati-Tour?
Yeah.
By the way, I think everybody should take advantage of the fact that this is on Instagram because these are questions that you should ask yourself and your family and friends on Thanksgiving, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's even in a little nursery rhyme format, which she accused me of having ChatGPT do for me, but I will have you know, I tried having ChatGPT do it for me and I didn't like what it came up with. So actually, I did do this myself. All right, Varinia, the table's set, the day's aglow. It's almost dinner time. Off we go. Mm-hmm. But first, a journey. step by step, with little treasures yet to get. We'll gather moments, one by one, like autumn leaves in fading sun. No coin or dollar sets us free. Gratitude's the only key.
Come on.
So, first, the pie shop. Warm and sweet. One pumpkin left, our favorite treat. If we want the pie to share, it'll cost an answer if we dare. Tell us softly, true and bright, a memory of food you still hold tight.
It would definitely be my mom's enchiladas. I miss them so much.
First of all, that sounds so good.
Mm-hmm. She would do like that, like brown mole, like the
like the red chili sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just like they were like rolled up like tortillas, corn tortillas with chicken inside and the mole, and then she'd put like queso fresco on top, and then she'd have like this little bowl of like onions that were and a mixture of like lemon juice and like something else, and just like
that sounds
what
so
I would
good.
give.
Oh my God. Is that
I'm already like starting to cry.
I know. I'm like, well, that was fast. Wait, I love that. Wait, okay. Earlier you said you didn't really do Thanksgiving. So was this like a Thanksgiving food or like a food that she made often out of occasion?
Yeah, it's a food that she made often. I guess I should have thought Thanksgiving, but
no, I love that you didn't actually.
Yeah, it's actually side tangent. Let's go on a side journey.
Detour.
I didn't really celebrate Thanksgiving very often when I was younger, so like I don't have like much of an attachment. Part of it was I lived in Mexico for a little bit as a child,
right.
And then the other part was that like when we did celebrate, it was because we were having like my brother's like in-laws come over.
Oh, I love.
Yeah, and so I don't know. And then my mom would get really stressed out around Thanksgiving. So in general, I was like, ew, holidays.
Let's not.
But then eventually we just started having like very quiet holidays where it was like nothing was going on. Like my mom just cooked regular food. She wasn't stressed out about like trying to make other people happy. It was just like us being happy and vibing with each other. And like that's what I miss.
Oh my God. No, I get that. I mean, something about me that a lot of people don't know, I spend every Christmas day by myself. And that's like a tradition I have with myself.
Yeah.
If I'm going to spend Christmas with other people, I do that on Christmas Eve. But I love to wake up on Christmas Day and spend the day with myself. And to me, especially the older I get, I love a quiet holiday.
Yeah. Hot take, you should do one holiday just completely by yourself. Like choose your holidays that you want to do with other people, and then choose your like one holiday that you want to be by yourself.
Yeah, and by the way, if anyone is spending Thanksgiving by themselves today, no, you're not, because here we are.
Yeah. Hi.
Let me think of what you know what the funny thing is? I actually, you would think that I would have already thought of my answers to these. I didn't, because I was so busy putting this together this morning that I didn't actually even think of what I would answer. But ironically enough, not too different from you, because it is a chili-based food.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a green chili boy because, of course, I'm a Denver boy. And my family's from the San Luis Valley. I love green chili. Now that it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, I think of one of my favorite things in the world is eating green chili over mashed potatoes. So, like, we would do Thanksgiving dinner, but in my family, sometimes people will put gravy on their mashed potatoes, but usually you put red or green chili. And I am a green chili on my mashed potatoes. Like my ideal Thanksgiving plate, stuffing is my favorite thing in the world. I love turkey and mashed potatoes with green chili. And I would love a fresh tortilla too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did your mom make tortillas?
You know, I know that she had the ability to. I don't think she had the like time to. But she was very adamant that she wanted me and Nick to have like this tortilla press.
Oh my God.
That was one of the last things that she brought like up from her visits in Mexico, and she was like, "You guys need a tortilla press." I was like, "When did you make tortillas?"
She's like, "This isn't about me."
She did make sopes though, and that's one thing that I would help her as a kid. I would like smash the masa to make the sopes.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we both got our pumpkin pie because we paid the price.
Yay!
On to our next stop. Next, let's pick up some toasty tunes. I think smooth, cozy jazz will do. If we want the vinyl, here's the price. Which music or artist has made you feel nice?
Oh, all right. So, full disclosure.
Okay.
The latest song that I've listened to that makes me feel nice is DTMF by Bad Bunny. And I had not listened to Bad Bunny before all this Super Bowl controversy was happening.
Yeah, so thanks.
Thank you. But yeah, so I started being like, okay, well, hearing about like all his billions of listeners.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what's going on with him? And then I heard about this song, and it's actually a really sweet song. So it's an acronym, but it means Debía tirar más fotos. I should have taken more photos. And it's all about like wishing that he took more photos of like his childhood like place. And so like
oh my God.
San Paulo, I want to God, I'm just going to sound San Juan. I think it's San Juan. I think San Juan is in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry. Okay.
I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, if I'm gonna get my Latino.
Oh my God,
revoked.
you're gonna get revoked. Yeah. Wow.
Winters and you don't know.
Wow. You went and married a white man and look what happened.
Debía tirar más photos.
Oh my God, no, wait, but I do love that sentiment though.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. And then I realized like, oh, I've heard it all over on like so many reels and TikToks and everything. And, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will say Bad Bunny makes me feel nice because he's hot.
Yeah, that too.
I do plan to dive into the music because you know what? I too never really cared about Bad Bunny, to be honest with you, until this whole Super Bowl thing happened. And the more angry it makes MAGA, the more happy it makes me.
Yep.
That's just a general rule in my life.
Yeah. I like on principle, I'm like, now I'm going to like it, even though I had no interest in finding out before.
Yeah. So good job.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
New fans right here.
I could answer this so lazily by just saying Betty Who, because everybody knows Betty Who is the artist of my lifetime.
But challenge yourself.
But challenge myself. Well, actually, what's so funny is I'm thinking on the way when I was driving to the studio today, the song A Song for the Lonely by Cher came on.
This is a song for the lonely. Can you hear me tonight?
For the battle-scarred and broken heart. Oh, no, for the broken-hearted, battle-scarred, I'll be by your side. That song, since I was a kid, and I don't think I've ever really talked about this, but that song, since I was a kid, made me feel so emotional because I was like, this is her not wanting anyone to be lonely, and I understand that feeling because I don't want anyone to feel lonely.
That's so cute.
It's one of the worst feelings in the world. And so actually, let me grab it. Whoops.
Wait, can we wear
Sorry to the owner of the tiara.
Oh, no, they have other owners. Never mind. I'll be respectful.
Well, producer Nick, who do these tiaras belong to? They were donated by a drag queen, he said. So do you want to wear one?
Yes. I will take off my coat and wear a tiara because you got to choose one or the other. I guess you can do both. But I got a little hot.
Here you go.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I feel in my element. This is why I didn't say queen before. I said
now
worker.
Now you're a creative queen.
Now I'm a creative queen.
But you did lose your brown card, so you're not a creative reina. You are a creative queen. In my book, maybe it was in the first version of my book.
Oh no.
I ended up changing it. I think it might be different on the Kindle version. Maybe it's in my I don't know. In one of my books, I literally wrote, "This is a song for the lonely," because I love that song. I love that song so much. I'm grateful for that song. I listen to that. I have a playlist of like 20 songs. It's like a private playlist on Spotify.
Is it mom pop?
No, it's a lot of different songs that at some point in my life like reaffirmed
yeah.
that I'm alive. That is one of my 20 songs. That's like a treasured song.
I love that concept. Everybody should have a personalized like playlist of like, this is who I am.
It's like songs that have made me feel like, oh my God, I'm alive. Like other songs on there, Breathe Me by Sia is on there. Midnight City by M83 is in there. Ecstasy by ATB. There's just songs like personally for me that have a lot of meaning.
If your band has an acronym, that song, one of your songs is
probably in there. I really didn't think about that, but yeah. Or if you're a one-name artist like Cher or Sia, apparently that is the thing. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I never thought about that.
I pick up on patterns.
That you do. That's goes without saying. In your tiara. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, well, guess what? We got our vinyl record.
Yay!
Because we both answered the question.
Yay!
So now, next, let's grab a candle to light. A nice little twinkle is such a delight. And if we want it, one answer's enough. What most recently made you feel loved? Damn.
I think it was me and Nick getting a set of kittens to like kind of celebrate our 1-year anniversary.
Oh, love.
So we already had 2 cats and we wanted to add a third just to play with our black male cat because we have a 6-year-old tabby named Vixie, a 3-year-old black cat named Lucky, and Vixie does not want to play with Lucky as much anymore. So we needed, like, now that we have a house, we're like, we have more room. Let's get Lucky a kitten to play with. And we ended up on an app called Pet Finder. It's basically like Grindr for finding pets to adopt.
Gays, she's talking to you.
Yeah, stop trying to date closeted men or fuck them and get yourself a cat or a dog off Pet Finder.
Do yourself a favor.
Yes.
Do the mature thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we ended up going to this house, meeting the little like orange kitten because we wanted an orange kitten because Nick is a redhead and we needed more of a biological son.
Yeah.
And he just ended up under this cuddle puddle of like 5 kittens playing with him. And the orange cat did not want to cuddle. Oh. He was like so much energy and was like, I just want to play.
Oh my God.
And then this like little black cat like sat in his lap and then just was like doo 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 with his like hoodie strings. And like my body exploded. We were cooked. And I was just like, do we get a discount for getting 2 cats?
Oh my God.
And they were like, yeah, you actually do. Please take 2. And so we got the 2 kittens and it's been such a journey because like we go from like, oh my God, we have 4 cats to, oh my God, we have 4 cats. What the fuck? And
Iago emerges.
Oh, fuck you.
When she talks in that voice since high school, I've told her that is your Iago voice from Aladdin. It's giving Gilbert Gottfried.
I really wanted to make you laugh really badly, and it was me.
You did it. You did it. I love that. No, but I do love that in one day you doubled your amount of kids.
Yeah, and so there's just like so much love in our household, and it's so cute. And the black cat, her name's Bernadette. We kept her name.
Love.
And she just like every morning like just comes up to my face and just like she puts her little paw on my face like to pet my face, and it's just so cute. And yeah, our house is just filled with love, so
oh, I love that. I love that. And co-parenting is
and co-parenting. And even Nick's parents, when they came to visit, like they were just having so much fun with the kittens. Like his mom like kept picking up Bernadette and just like Bernadette is such a slut for being held. Like she can be picked up by anybody and she just melts in your arms.
Oh, okay. I love that. Mm-hmm. You get your candle.
Yay.
I need to earn mine.
Okay.
I think what recently made me feel very loved is, I know. Last month I was going through it. As you know, just a lot going on. Mm-hmm. And my friend Julia and her wife Anne are just like 2 of my faves on the whole planet. Everyone knows this. I call them my moms. Mm-hmm. They live in Minneapolis, and I sent them a Marco Polo because they they were like, you need to check in with us. How are things going? And I was like, honestly, I am on the verge of a mentee B. Just because I was in the midst of this whole ordeal that now is like crazy enough has passed, but in the middle of it, and I was very unsure about things. And Julia the next morning texted me and was like, I'm coming to visit you the day after tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
And she flew in, and Anne, shout out to Anne Page for being amazing and being like, yeah, you should go.
If you don't cry actual tears right now, I will cry them for
I'm
you.
only not, because thank God I'm medicated, which balances out. I could cry real tears because I think it's amazing. I think it is like something that I'm lucky to have, that I want to be very cognizant of the fact that not everyone has that. And I'm very fortunate to have this situation where Anne is like, yeah, go spend 3 days with him. And she did. She got on a plane. She took 4 days off of work and she came out here and we spent time, and I felt so happy, obviously. But also it was an instance which it's so crazy because it's one of those things, you know, where it's like, well, I would do that, but if someone does it for me, it almost feels crazy. And I have the urge to deny it and say like, no, don't do that. But I like cognizantly was like, I'm going to accept this love.
Accept the love, baby.
Accept the love, baby, because you're very lucky to have it offered to you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be someone who denies it. And so I felt so loved from her doing that, because she did not have to do that. I certainly did not have the expectation. That it was a complete shock to me.
It's beautiful.
But it was beautiful. It was so lovely.
So in the embroidery that I made you, it's the Jupiter.
Yeah.
Like I had to get creative because I have a black tote bag. It's the opposite of what your book is.
Yeah.
And as I was doing all the colors, I realized like, oh shit, I put the lesbian flag colors in this. So that is to embrace the fact that you're being raised by lesbians.
I am being raised by lesbians, and it's so funny because, you know, now that I say Zach and Logan, or my kids Logan started calling Julia Meemaw. It's just like a cute little thing that now is a thing.
Queer families!
Yeah, queer family. And honestly, the lesbian colors on the bag make me feel very happy because, as I've said on the pod, a couple weeks ago, Kelsey and Becca were here doing our advice episodes. I trust lesbians. I feel at home with lesbians. Thank God for lesbians.
I felt like I was the closest thing you had to a lesbian.
For a long time. For a long time, I actually, you know, I hate to say it, I was not very pro-lesbian for a long time.
Yeah, no, you said some things.
I said some things that would probably get me canceled now, and thank God I didn't put them in writing on Twitter.
You had to push through it.
I had to push through a stereotypical gay lesbophobia.
Yeah.
And I did that.
You did.
And now I came out the other side.
And I'm so proud of you.
And I am proud of me too. You know what? I get my candle.
Yeah. Do you want a cupcake? Because I do.
Actually, yeah. Let's have a cupcake. Time for a cupcake break, which actually is good that we're going to have a cupcake because...
Are we about to go into it?
I think so. We only have one more stop before Thanksgiving dinner.
Yay.
Oh, they're red velvet.
They are
red velvet's my favorite.
Yeah.
Which I know is why you got these.
Yeah, I am not going to eat this very ladylike. I'm just going to shove it all in my mouth.
No, shove it. No, I implore you to shove it. And I've always said that.
If it's anything that you've said, it's shove
if there's anything I said, it's shove it. That actually is the tagline of the Kameron show. The Kameron show. Shove it. Okay, friends, if you're following at home, this is the slide we're on because now we're going to the post office, okay? We have all our things. Just one more stop. It appears we have a letter to drop. It's a note you wrote with care and light to someone you love who's out of sight. What message travels with this token when your truth is finally spoken?
Ooh, so I could do one of two things. I could answer this on the spot, or I kind of have like something that I wrote like after my mom passed, before, like around the time I was getting married.
No, I love that.
Okay.
Do you have it with you?
I do. I like remembered to bring my little notebook. I was like, I don't know, maybe I want to like let them have a taste of what I'm about.
Is this what you read at the show I went to in Boulder?
No,
that one was about your dad.
Yeah, I have two.
Which I also love that. I would actually like you to do both.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, you have a flower for both of them, so like let's honor both of them because also I love your dad.
Yeah. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, poem for la mamuchis. And then...
Are they both in this?
Oh, yeah, they are.
Okay, great.
So one's called Pack Rat's Daughter. This one's about my dad.
Ugh, I love this so much.
My dad collected things people didn't want. Spent many days in thrift stores. He thought that even if he didn't want them, someone else might. Because of him, I now have a collection of over 50 film cameras in a plastic tub I have no idea what to do with. Because of him, I stopped looking at myself like trash. I am treasured. Even when I came home with my first tattoo across my collarbones, he kissed my forehead and called me beautiful. My father was broken English and funny faces. He was sure fascination and contagious laughter. He was car rides to and from school to anyone, even throughout high school. He was my grandfather because of teen pregnancy. He was my dad because he didn't believe in throwing away things that someone didn't want. I am a pack rat's daughter who learned to see the beauty even when there was none. So when he died, I thought the world would implode around me. But for a week, he came into my dreams happy. It took 2 weeks to sort through his treasures, wherein he left behind a purple sticky note in his perfect writing with a reminder. Que bueno es ser grande, pero más grande es ser bueno. How good it is to be grand, but much grander it is to be good.
Oh my God. Let me get you a Kleenex. And I even said I needed to remember Kleenex, and thank God producer Nicholas got it for us.
Yeah.
That is famously one of my favorite things Varinia has ever written. I've seen her perform it live. I remember when you were writing it and we workshopped it a little on Marco Polo. Mm-hmm. I love that so much. The metaphor about the cameras. And also, just like from a personal memory of being someone that he did give rides to every once in a while, I'm like, oh my God, yes, that is so real and perfect and true, and I love that so much.
Yeah. Something I realized like after he passed, because like before he passed, I was like not very good at understanding like how do you deal with somebody else's grief, like what do you say, what do you don't say.
Yeah.
And I found the most comfort whenever somebody was like telling me a memory about him, and I like and it was specifically Pockets. Remember Pockets?
Oh yeah, I do.
Pockets was
Shout
like
out.
I remember him giving me rides, like he was so sweet, and I was like, oh yeah, he always gave my friends rides.
Always, no questions.
Mm-hmm. And then poem for La Mamuchis.
Yes.
So this is old. My mom passed away in June of 2024.
Yes.
And Mamuchis is the nickname that we would call her.
Yes.
It's been 6 months since, and it feels like it happened yesterday, and it feels like it didn't happen at all, and it feels like it happened 5 years ago, and it feels like a fever dream. I can't place time without you anymore. I feel you gone on the days I wanted to call you and say, Mamuchis, Nicholas and I got engaged. We took your ring and his grandmother's to make one. Mamuchis, I got off birth control, so my body will be ready for whenever Nick and I try for a baby. Mamuchis, we planned a surprise wedding. We wanted it small and intimate since you and Papi couldn't be there. Mamuchis. I got married and wore black. You know how much I love Morticia? Mamuchis. We got married at Garden of the Gods, where you and Papi took me when I was 7. Mamuchis. I know you were there. I could feel you and Papi. Thank you. I've missed you both. Un chingon.
Oh. Another Kleenex. Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately, those poems aren't in Jellyfish Dream.
No, but it just means, hopefully they'll be in the next book.
Yeah.
I love those both so much. Also, very fortunate side note, I have to brag. It was a very small, intimate wedding at Garden of the Gods last October.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very fortunate to be the officiant.
Mm-hmm.
So it was you and Nicholas and his mom and dad and me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a fabulous dinner at Papado.
Yes. And famously, Nick's vows were better than mine.
He wrote great vows.
Yeah, like we were all shocked.
We were all gagged and gooped. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love those.
And all the strangers clapped after, like.
Yes, and that was one of the most beautiful things about doing Garden of the Gods is it was a Saturday? Sunday?
No, it was a Monday because it was supposed to be.
Oh, it was Columbus Day.
Indigenous
Peoples Day. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then so there was people there just like hanging out. There was like people climbing on rocks, people getting like their own photography taken, and at some point everybody got quiet during Nick's vows, and we did the ring exchange and kissed, and everybody started clapping for us.
That's right. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I certainly don't have any written poems to share. Like, wow. But you know what? This is so funny because I think I could easily get something out of the book to read.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I think my book is a 240 something page love letter to my youth, which largely did definitely revolve around my cousin Wedo. But I'm actually going to say a word of gratitude about my parents, which is probably unexpected for a lot of people.
Do it.
I am currently estranged from both of my parents.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, have not had a conversation with him since February of 2007. You can read about that in the book. My mom since January of 2022. And it's because they have things they need to work on. I've had things I've had to work on. It's fine. And I certainly could say a lot of criticisms. But on this day before Thanksgiving, what I will say is I would rather shift to gratitude and say what I'm thankful to each of them for.
Yeah.
So, in thinking about how you read your poem about your dad being a pack rat, that's so interesting to me. My dad, he was very much a pack rat too. He collected a lot of things. In fact, my sister, who still is in contact with my dad, just told me that she's meeting up with him this week because she's going to be getting like a box of more stuff from him. He has so much stuff, and every once in a while he'll like compile it into a box and give it to Jennifer, and she'll go through it, and like some of it is meaningless and some of it it's like, oh my God, I thought this was gone forever because we moved like 30 times in my childhood. And I have come to realize that I'm a lot like my dad in the way that I'm very sentimental. My dad is a very sentimental man. He, unfortunately, is also living with a very intense addiction that prevents us from having a relationship. But he's very sentimental. I know that he loves me and cares for me deeply and always will. And I'm happy that I got my sentimentality from him. I'm really happy that I got that from him. I And it's almost like what you said, the Bad Bunny lyrics about taking pictures. Last time he gave Jennifer a box of pictures, some of the pictures were just like of outside our back door in the mountains where we used to live. And it makes me realize that in those years when I was young, it could be easy for me to say that never meant anything to him because of where we ended up.
Yeah.
But when I see those pictures that I know he took, I know it was not my mother, that he took outside of our back door, that he was so there.
Yeah.
And he was so grateful in that time that he wanted to remember our backyard.
Right.
With the tire swing.
Addiction's so sad because it's probably that he can't regulate his emotions enough.
Totally.
Maybe he's just like a really sad, sentimental person and he can't cope with that he's just got to be blitzed out. And you can also have compassion for that being it, but also have lived with it and been like, but I don't want to live with it.
1,000%.
I don't want to be around it. Once you go on your journey to sobriety and you make your amends, maybe that's a different story. But
maybe,
right now,
yeah.
But I think that's a huge step for you to like see that really like good aspect of your dad, which I helped you edit chapter about your dad, and I was like,
yes,
I don't yet understand why you hate your dad so much because I'm a daddy's girl.
Yes.
And then I was like, you need to like lay it out more. Like, what did this actually look like? And that's when you started adding like the detailing about like there was no food in the fridge. He would fight for you to be there on the weekends, and
even though he wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Yes, if you read the book, man, I could plug my book so many times in this episode, but it is true. It is true. It is true. There is a chapter in the book that is about the demise of my relationship with my dad, and Varinia was totally a cheerleader for this, is what I call her. Every time I got done writing a chapter and then I would record the chapter for the audiobook, I sent it to Varinia. She listened to it and she would give me feedback. And when we got to the chapter about my dad, she was like, whoa, 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 whoa. She helped me realize that I still had some unresolved feelings about that. And also some feelings that I had not yet allowed myself to tap into, that she was like, your homework is that you need to like keep working on this specific chapter. And I think it's actually the only chapter that you insisted like you can't move forward. And I'm so thankful you did that, because I literally took the chapter to therapy, read it to Nicole, my therapist, and was like, she's so right. I am missing something here. And Nicole's like, let's talk about it. It took a few sessions actually to get through all of it, but it made the chapter a lot better, because in writing this book, I had to look at 16-year-old Kameron or 15-year-old Kameron through an objective lens. And when it came to that subject, you made me realize I was not being objective as I should be. So yeah, that's true. I owe that to you. As for my mother, I would say what I'm grateful for is, oh gosh, and I'm not hesitating because there's not anything. I'm hesitating because there actually are so many ways I am like my mother that have proven to be good and bad. But I would say like one thing about my mom is she very much has the philosophy that you should do what you want to do because you're gonna die. And that sounds morbid, but she always would tell us, you know what? A lot of people judge your mother for what she does, which honestly, some of it rightfully so.
Yeah.
I judge her for some of the things, and that's because I was an unwilling participant. But she always would say, at the end of the day, though, I can die tomorrow and I'll know I got the most out of it. I didn't wait to do things I wanted to do. I said the things that I wanted to say when I wanted to say them. And that, I will say, for her is true. She maybe could have pumped the brakes sometimes, but at the end of the day, she didn't. And she gets to say she lived her life.
Yeah.
I feel like I really got that because my mom was always just like, don't let anyone stop you from doing what you want to do.
I love that.
And so I'm grateful for her determination.
And from what I remember about her is that she had a really generous heart. Even though she was
True.
like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as she saw somebody that, like, they were in need, like, she was like, I'm going to help.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I feel like that you can be like that, too.
I certainly have that urge.
Mm-hmm. We did not budget our time well.
No, it's okay. We're still going to we're going to go a little bit over. It's okay. It's
Yay.
okay.
Okay.
This is a little bit longer of a Thanksgiving episode today. Just a little bit. Because we are done with our Thanksgiving journey. The next slide says, we did so well. Our journey's through. It's time for turkey. Cider too. Thanks for sharing your gratitude. Happy Thanksgiving from us to you. We made it, friends.
We did it.
And now we all get to have Thanksgiving dinner. But for Thanksgiving dinner, we're drinking our Thanksgiving dinner because we're going to sip, savor, spill with new questions in the jars.
Yeah.
Thanks to Varinia. Okay.
I tried not to prepare any answers for the questions that I wrote.
Oh, yeah, because for once the guest knows what the questions are and I don't. So, Varinia, how would you like to play today? Because you know the guest gets to decide. You run the show for this little section.
Well, we've already gone really deep.
Okay.
So let's do deep. So let's do spill, savor, sip, and end on a cool down.
Oh, so since we're already in the deep zone, we're going to stay deep.
Because I do Lyra and I'm in the air spinning. So I'm all about like just fucking diving in and then doing cool down.
All right. Well, I'm shaking up the spill jar. Do you want me to pick it and read it, or do you want to?
You pick it and read it so that I too am surprised.
Okay.
But you got to pick one of mine.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I totally am. All right. I have a spill question that is one of the new ones Varinia contributed to the jars. The question is this. Oh my God. It's the example one you chose earlier, or Nick chose earlier when we were just doing one to see. What trait did you used to think was a must in a romantic partner and then realized it wasn't?
Okay. So that's great that I got this question. So yeah, I mean, like back in your 20s, you have the list of like, oh, they can't be this and they gotta be this and blah, blah, blah. And definitely ascribed to that. And I had like this idea that like my perfect mate would have never served in the military.
Yeah.
Would be older than me.
Yep.
And would never be a Scorpio. Like I would not date a Scorpio. And Nicholas is all of those. He served in the Navy.
Yep.
He's younger than me by like 3.5 years.
True.
And he's a Scorpio. And I didn't ask his birthday for a really long time because I was trying to put that astrology hoe behind.
Yeah.
And I was like, being astrology hoe hasn't served me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put that behind and just like actually vibe with what's going on instead of trying to like future predict. And look how it all turned out.
Married with 4 kitty kids.
Yeah, it's true. Fur babies.
Oh, I love that.
Fur babies.
That is a great answer.
Thank you.
For me, well, you know so much. I will say the biggest thing that I've learned. You know what? The funny thing is, they don't have to be taller than me.
Yeah!
That's what I've learned.
You can appreciate a short king.
I can. I didn't think for a long time. I was like, absolutely not. But you know what? I'm 6'1". It's really hard to find a man who's taller than me.
Right, exactly. Why lower your options?
Yeah, and maybe God's just going to give me one, and my straight husband, Michael, is just the only one I get that's taller than me. And that's fine. Producer Michael.
Sometimes you get your needs filled elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So it turns out that romantically, the last few times, it's been a man that I would have in the past considered too short.
Yeah.
But no, what I've learned is it doesn't matter. A lot of things that are like that just don't matter.
When it comes to like dating, I'm now of the philosophy, it matters how they treat you.
Yep.
It matters the type of relationship they have with their friends and their family.
Totally.
And anything else, it's either a bonus or it's I didn't know I would like that. Like like Nicholas plays D&D and I definitely thought like, oh, I'm so above that. I'm a cool girl. I'm a cool goth girl. And it turns out all big titty goth girls like play D&D. And I've now played D&D and I really, really love it. And
you never know.
You never know. If you think in your mind that something is important to you because of X, Y, and Z, it might actually not be. And you're just like, you're blocking yourself from potentially really good experiences.
Yeah. Even with shorter guys.
Yeah.
Okay. That was great. That was a great spill question.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to move on to SAVOR.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to make sure I pick one of yours. I can tell also by the kind of paper it is, so that's good. What would you be dedicating your life to if money or access weren't stopping you?
I write such good questions.
That's a great question. Good job on that one. What would you be dedicating your life to if money or access weren't stopping you? So you have any resource you need. What do you want to dedicate your life to?
I think sewing and like just a lot of like making my own clothes, embroidering things. Like I'm not even like that big into the philosophy of like I need to do this thing to make money off of this thing. I just like I want to make things. I want to give it to my friends and have them look cute. Like I was experimenting with adding lace to like a side to some jeans like on the side, and they didn't end up fitting me well, so I was just like, I made these. Do you want it? To like one of my friends, and she was like, these are so cute. And so I would just dedicate myself to that. It's like, yeah, I heard this like gay man that like he just like sews costumes around Halloween time and he gives them away for free.
Oh,
like
I love that.
He like thrifts them, he sews them up so they look brand new, and he gives them away to kids that just like are impoverished. And then people come back and give him more things, and it just like it makes me think of like my dad's principles of like, you never know if somebody's gonna need something, so I'm gonna hold on to it until I can give it away. And so I guess I would just like do that. I would make things. I would dedicate my life to making things and like giving them away so that people like felt good having them.
I love that answer.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's so you too. You know what? The first thing that came to mind is something I've never even thought about before.
Yeah?
I would, if I had unlimited resources, I would open a school.
Yeah?
I would open a school for creative arts.
Oh, I could see that.
I
that
would
be
open
amazing.
like, and you could come to my school, and if you want to be a filmmaker, great. If you want to be a screenwriter, amazing. A novelist, if you want to sew, if you want to cook, it would be a huge sprawling campus. And anything that you want to do that's creative and you want like an accreditation or like a diploma or whatever, I don't know what you would get at my school, but you could get that education and you would get access to turn it into a career if you wanted.
The Kameron with a K Institute of Creative.
The Creative with a K. The Creative with a K Institute. Yes, Creative with a K.
Yes.
Yes, please come to my school. And it's not a Trumpy school. Like, it's going to be an actual school.
Yeah.
Like, it will be beneficial to you. It's not a scam. In
fact, I'll be a professor.
People go there on scholarship because I have unlimited resources. So I'm not even trying to get money from anyone.
No.
This is sincerely because I think, especially with the emergence of ChatGPT, it is more important than ever for people to practice creativity, or else we're gonna get robbed.
Yeah,
we're gonna get. AI is a bandit. It can be super helpful, and it also is like the enemy of creativity for a lot of people who will just like switch over to that. I would hate that.
I heard something about like one of the reasons like we have so many depressed workers is just like having them be so removed from the products that they are making.
Yeah.
Or like we used to have like craftsmen who like would make the things that they were selling,
and they
like
could be proud of it.
And they could be proud of it. And now it's just like I'm just doing this repetitive motion. I'm like too tired to do anything creative after work and blah blah blah. Like I hit burnout, and then I like switched things around and was like, I need to go back into dressing really cool, even if I have nowhere to go. Even if I'm in my house, I'll wear something like cute or extravagant, or even if it's a onesie, and I'm going to like make more things. I'm going to like make myself have more time to make things.
And I think that's about a sense of ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Like above all else, yeah, I don't want technology to take away our sense of ownership.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would open a school.
Yeah.
Which I've never thought about. Well, everyone donate to my school because I don't have unlimited resources, unfortunately. All right, great. We only have one more question and then it's turkey time.
Yay!
Okay, well, I'm going to pick a
Are we
sip
gonna
question.
gobble a turkey?
We're going to gobble a turkey, yeah. All right, I'm picking a Varinia question out of the jar. I see it's green, so I know you did this.
Yay.
All right. Our last question of the day is, what is your most vapid hot take?
I love this question.
Oh my
You need to put
God.
it back in the jar. Somebody else needs to get that.
Okay, well, I usually don't do that, but for this I will because I need to know someone else's vapid hot take. What's yours?
You know, I'm going to let you go first because I have a lot of vapid hot takes.
Oh, God. Like, what do I want to make? You know what? I will tell you, there are... I probably shouldn't say this. For some reason... No, I don't want to say that one. I don't want to say that one. I'm going to get myself in trouble. It's hard to say a vapid hot take that is not like probably problematic towards somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I guess what's something that a lot of people think is good that I don't? I don't. What is a hot take? I guess like what's an opinion? Because I was going to say, like, okay, I'm actually just going to say it. I don't care if it's offensive.
Okay, let's get canceled.
Well, last season we had my friend Julia on, she works in the realm of politics, okay? She's a lobbyist. And so she has to do a lot of work that is really balancing both sides of, like, Republicans and Democrats. And so she has this, like, it's important to not say, like, make universal statements like all Republicans are bad. And on that episode of last season, I said, you know what? I'm sorry, but I do think if you're a registered Republican and you are supporting that platform, you're supporting a bad platform. That makes you kind of bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but even though I 1,000% and like producer Michael feels like very strongly that we should be creating a bridge to find middle ground, and not saying like that everyone should be centrist, but saying that we need to learn how to communicate with people even if the things that they think are so vehemently bad. Mm-hmm. I don't. I think maybe my most vapid hot take is that sometimes you do fight fire with fire, and peace is not always the answer. I want to be careful of how I phrase that, and maybe that was not the best way. My most vapid hot take politically, and I'm going in a political route, you don't have to.
Okay.
But mine is, I actually do think sometimes you should fight fire with fire.
Yeah. I think that wasn't vapid at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like.
Well, for you, it's not.
No, well, for me, like, I think like a vapid hot take is like Taylor Swift's music sucks.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I am not a fan of Taylor Swift, and I think I've already said it on this show. The only reason I even went to the Eras tour is because I wanted to see Muna, which was her opener. And I wanted to see them play.
Yeah.
Oh, if that's more vapid than we should fight Republicans with the same fire they spew, then also, yes. Also, I don't think billionaires should exist.
Me either. No.
Okay.
Give away your wealth.
Give away your wealth.
No, but I have so many opinions because I actually am like, I don't think it needs to be one or the other. I think that the fact that we try and pigeonhole ourselves or pigeonhole politics or anything into like you got to do it this one way or it's not going to be effective is stupid, because it's always got to be like a multi-pronged approach. So I don't fully disagree with what you're saying, but I also don't fully disagree with Michael either, because I think that there does need to be a bridge but not everybody is the person to build that bridge. Like,
ooh, yeah.
Like, all the way that you're going to change people's mind is like, I'm not going to be closer to some people than other people are.
Yeah.
And the way that we change politics is not by convincing the Republican, like, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum to be on our side.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the people that are in the middle that are like, I've never had a reason to care, that you can slowly pull over. But if everybody's wilding out and fighting fire with fire to everybody,
that's true.
Then they're just like, why? I'm gonna catch strays for no reason just because I haven't learned something yet.
Yeah.
And I think that, so we're straying from my question because this is all not vapid at all. This is all.
By the way, Varinia used to work in politics.
I did work in politics.
Something she does know something about.
I did a lot of grassroots campaigning.
That's
and
right.
I worked with a lot of the people that we got brought that like came to work in the office did not give a shit about politics. Not at all.
Yeah.
We were paying like $18 an hour to go knock on doors before even Fight for 15 was even like a thing.
Yeah.
And so everybody that was in there was like impoverished. Like, and not everybody, but like a good like 75% impoverished, Black or brown, had no interest in the government because it didn't serve them.
Yeah.
It didn't speak to them. It spoke above them. And so I was there being the translator, being like, they'd be like just going on about like the script. And I was like, what does this mean? And they're like, that they should do this thing because we told them to. And I was like, no, but like, they should be getting registered to vote because they have a stake in local politics. If like, I activated so many people that were uneducated about politics, that were making all of these connections. And I think that to build a bridge is sometimes to like suss out how somebody else is going to learn and be receptive to the thing. And like, just like approach with caution, like a little, like I think of it as like, all people are like a lot more like cats than they think they are. And like, you can't come directly at a cat or they freak out. But if you come over to the side, show them that like, I'm a nice person. I'm going to let you be. You're going to approach me, close the gap.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to like figure out some things that like we have common ground on. A lot of Republicans, they care a lot about family. And in their mind, they are the heroes and the victims in their story. We have been there. We have been in our 20s and gone like, oh, yeah, I was not objective. And so like, there is like a little bit of like grace that we should give to understand how they're not connecting the dots. Yeah. But somebody else has to kind of like shove them.
Yeah.
And maybe you're not the shover and somebody else is the shover.
Yeah.
But you could be like that, oh, here, let me give you an ice pack. I think, and kind of like smooth things over. And then they can start connecting those dots and be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I was like too into the Kool-Aid and not like actually understanding things. Like a lot of things that, like a big thing that's turning Republicans against Trump has been like public parks or national parks. Yeah. And trying to privatize them. And that's something that Republicans do have a stake in because they're like, well, one of the best things about the U.S. is our national parks. You can't just privatize those. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And so it's those kinds of things that like will pop those bubbles. And then you have to like, okay, so you didn't like that. What else are you not liking? We're going to pull you in a little bit more because you can't tell people what to think or else they're going to be like, you're oppressing me. Yeah. Because Trump also doesn't tell them what to think. He just like kind of is like, you know. Yeah. And they're like filling in the blanks. And that's why they think he says what they want to, what they've been thinking. But all he does is just a bunch of euphemisms of like,
That's true.
And then they feel like, oh, I'm included because he knows I know. And therefore.
Yeah. So I could see how it is conditional.
It is conditional.
Everyone has a different role to play.
Everybody has a different role to play. You don't have to be the same. Like, I will be on the internet calling somebody's grandma a cunt. Like, I'm doing my part.
And it's true. I've seen her do it.
It's true. I'm like, give people grace, but also your grandma's a cunt.
Yeah, no, that actually has happened. Yeah, and sometimes she'll say it straight to the grandma's face. That is a very true thing about you.
Yeah.
No, that's true. It depends on who's receiving the information, how it should be presented to them.
And also, like, sometimes they give yourself a break. You do not have to constantly be the police of everything.
That is very good advice. Maybe that's your vapid hot take.
Maybe.
Because I honestly, in our world, I think we're all conditioned that we have the responsibility to police.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that.
Yes. Like, we live in such a punitive culture, and, like, I understand the importance of cancel culture. It is helpful sometimes. It is, again, multi-pronged, like, approach to things. Some people should be canceled when they have, like, wealth and power that they're, like, lording over people, and and people can't access that. So canceling is the way to go for them to, like, feel a consequence. But with other people that don't have that much power at stake, there needs to be a little bit of grace for them to, like, finally click some things. Now, does that mean you always have to be present? No, that's you and your dad. Like,
yeah.
But not everybody. I don't need to meet your dad and be like, you're a bad substance abuser.
Right.
Like, I can treat your dad like a human and with respect, despite knowing what he's done to you, and, like, be a person that could be, like, push towards better.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have to be you.
Yeah. And I still do maintain very sage advice from my favorite teacher, Fetland, which is treat everyone with dignity. Not everyone is owed your respect, because not everyone has earned your respect. And people can lose your respect. But everybody does deserve dignity, and there's a difference.
There's a huge difference, for sure.
Wow. We sipped, we savored, we spilled. We actually spilled, savored, and sipped, but I'm so thankful for this time. Actually, you know what? So I want to wrap up with two things. Can you give me your copy of my book, A Gay Boy's Memoir, or A Mural in Space, A Gay Boy's Memoir? Because I've decided, actually...
Yeah, I don't think mine's signed.
Well, first of all, I'm going to sign this.
Okay.
So... the first thing is, what would you like to leave our friends at home with today, if you could leave them with anything as we head into Thanksgiving tomorrow?
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Can you explain that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I love that. Wu-Tang is for the children. I actually have no idea what that means at all, but she also said it outside.
Oh, there was graffiti outside of this building that was, like, advertising for Wu-Tang Clan coming, like, in July. And that's why I said Wu-Tang is for the children.
Wu-Tang is for the children. Okay.
And it's not. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it's funny. But I guess something else, something a little bit more meaningful is find right now, if you feel like everything right now is, like, coming down and you feel like there isn't hope. History teaches us that everything is a pendulum, that everything that swings one way will swing back the other way. And the most that you can do right now is hold the people that you love closely.
Yes.
Create as much as you can. Take breaks from social media. I mean, like, I got into embroidery because I was having, like, mental breakdowns over the things I was seeing on social media. And I was like, I need to do something with my hands that's going to keep me from scrolling.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess another plug of I ended up realizing a lot of my friends were, like, talking about some of the same things, and they were also crafters. So I created a Discord server and invited a bunch of those friends so that we could have, like, community and, like, talk to each other and show off our projects without the need or feeling to, like, go on social media to do that, because that's sometimes what we want to do.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I want to be on Instagram finding to find a crochet project, and all of a sudden I am, like, watching ice videos and I'm mad and my nervous system is a wreck, and
it's designed to do that.
It's designed to do that. And I'm not saying look 100% away, but it's like it's okay to take a day off from keeping up with the news. It's okay to just create something and share that with your friends. So create a little Discord server or something.
This Thanksgiving and always be present in your life. Don't let your life scroll past you. Damn, that was good.
Yeah.
All right. So the final thing that I'm going to do before we go is I've decided, because I did this when Mackenzie came to visit, I'm going to read the introduction to you in my book, because I think it's so wild when I have people here and then I reflect on when they first came in my life. So this is not when she first came in my life, but it's the first time she's really described in my book. And it will give you a sense of the role that she first played in my life. I think this is amazing because what I'm about to read, takes place in the summer of 2009, which was 16 years ago. And this chapter is called Land of the Free. This is on page 146 of A Mural in Space. It says, my friend Varinia Rodriguez insisted we go to Denver's Pride Fest that June. Although Varinia had long lived in the periphery of the girls, she began making her periodic appearances more often once I came out. A sassy yet intellectual creative, she'd only recently shifted from a hard punk persona to a softer alternative one. Varinia lived for my blooming gay storyline, and as a fanatic of all things camp, didn't want me to miss one potential plot point. Pride, she said, was a must.
Yes.
So Varinia went with me to my first Pride in 2009. You can read all about it.
And to put it full circle.
Yeah.
Last year for Halloween, you were Nathan Lane from The Birdcage.
I was, yeah.
That was my dad's favorite Robin Williams movie.
Oh, I love that.
My parents loved the gays, so having older parents, I ended up being exposed to gay media. They didn't really monitor what I was watching, and I ended up feeling like I had a very queer childhood because of that.
Oh.
Because those were the people that looked fun and were doing creative things, and yeah.
We honor your mom and dad yet again. Yes, last year, that was a very cute costume. A friend and I were Albert and Armand, and my little Zach was our child, which was so cute. All right, well, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you at home. Thank you for spending time with us today on this extra special early Thanksgiving episode. Next week we'll be back on Thursday, and I can't wait to see you. I love you so much. Don't be a dick and live your best life. That was out of order, but you get the gist. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.